You know, in the crypto world, we spend so much time talking about the same things, right? Price goes up, price goes down, the latest tech breakthrough. But what if the real secret sauce, the thing that actually decides if a project lives or dies, is something else entirely? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the force you just can't see on a price chart.
Look, we all get mesmerized by the charts, don't we? The red and green candles, the promise of that next big thing that's going to change everything. But honestly, that's just the surface.
Because the true engine, the actual heart that pumps life into any of these projects, is its community. It's the people. They're the ones who make a project unstoppable or just let it fade into nothing.
I mean, really think about it. What's a blockchain without anyone using it? It's just code. It's a digital ghost town. It's the communities that create the narratives we all buy into. They defend the project when things get rough, and at the end of the day, they're the ones who really move the needle. So how exactly do these communities flex their muscles? Well, we're going to break it down into 5 different kinds of power. There's ideology, resilience, culture, building, and of course, distribution. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's dive right in. These communities, they're not just a bunch of investors. No, they're more like tribes. And each tribe has its own secret weapon, its own superpower that gives it a unique kind of influence. And we have to start with the OGs. The ones who started this whole thing.
Yep, we're talking about the Bitcoin community. Now, these are not the people you're going to find doing dance challenges on TikTok, that's for sure. But don't let their quiet nature fool you. They are, without a doubt, the most powerful force in this entire space. You see, their power doesn't make a lot of noise, but oh man, is it effective. So what's their secret? It all boils down to one thing: pure, unshakable ideology. For these guys, this is almost a religion. Their mission is to defend the gospel of hard money and digital gold. And their influence? It's incredible. It stretches from those old-school hacker forums all the way to the halls of Washington and the boardrooms of Wall Street. They took a weird niche idea and turned it into legal tender for an entire country. And now they have the biggest investment firms on the planet fighting to launch their ETFs. See, they're not in it for a quick flip. They're here to rewrite the rules. That is ideological power. But if we're talking about just pure battle-hardened grit and bulletproof loyalty, then we have to talk about the XRP Army. These are true digital soldiers, an absolute legion. What this community has been through is just wow. It's incredible. Their power isn't about rewriting the financial rules, it's about surviving a full frontal assault from the existing ones. Just picture it. They went through a multi-year war with a US regulator. They got kicked off major exchanges, they got hammered by nonstop media attacks declaring them dead 1,000 times over, and what happened? You know, bear markets usually crush projects, but for the XRP Army, it just made them stronger, more united. They are this coordinated machine that can turn the smallest piece of news into a global trend in a matter of minutes. Okay, so from the trenches of legal warfare, let's switch gears and jump into the chaotic, fast-paced world of internet culture. This is a totally different kind of battlefield, and right now, the community that absolutely owns it is Solana. Their entire game is played in the now. We're talking TikTok, X, Telegram, wherever internet culture is born and dies in the span of 24 hours. Their power is all about capturing the zeitgeist. This comparison really nails the difference, doesn't it? While Bitcoin is playing this long, strategic game in the halls of power, Solana's out there winning the daily battle for our attention on social media. They can take a silly meme and turn it into a global phenomenon overnight. It's a different kind of power, for sure, but it's every bit as potent. So we've gone from virality, now let's go to the foundations, to the ones who actually build the house. The Ethereum community, they're just different. They are people of less spotlight and a whole lot more code. These are the architects. They are literally constructing the next version of the internet. They don't really care about tomorrow's price or the latest meme coin. Their obsession is simple and singular: to build. You know, their unofficial motto could easily be menos ruido y más código, which just means less noise and more code. And that really gets to the heart of their power. They're not chasing hype. They're building the tools that will power the future. I mean, they're the ones who laid the groundwork for DeFi and NFTs. In a way, they're building the entire operating system for Web3. And that brings us to our 5th and final army. This one showed up pretty recently, but it's growing at a frankly terrifying speed. And more importantly, it's holding an ace up its sleeve that nobody else has. We're talking about the Tune community. So, what is this secret weapon? What gives them such a massive, almost unfair advantage right out of the gate? It's this number right here, 900 million. See, they didn't start from scratch in some garage. Nope, they were basically born with a silver spoon with direct access to 900 million users because of their deep integration with Telegram. And this just perfectly shows why their growth is so different. They don't have to go viral or create some grand story. Their power is something much more fundamental: massive built-in distribution. They're already on the phones of nearly 1 billion people, just waiting to be switched on. So, there you have it. 5 armies, 5 totally different kinds of power. You've got Bitcoin's ideological grip on politics, XRP's unbreakable resilient defense, Solana's cultural dominance online, Ethereum's foundational power through tech, and Ton's insane distribution for mass adoption. Each one is the queen on its own chessboard. Look, prices will go up and down, tech will get old, but a strong, united community with a clear purpose, that's the thing that lasts. And that really leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? With these 5 armies now on the field, which type of power is going to win the next decade? Will it be the ideologues, the soldiers, the culture creators, the builders, or the distributors? It is going to be fascinating to watch. All right, just a quick reminder before we sign off. This has been a look into the stories and the communities that really drive this market forward. It is not financial advice. As you all know, crypto can be an incredibly wild ride. Our goal here is just to help you understand the deeper forces at play, not tell you where you should put your money. Thanks so much for tuning in.